Touchdown, Westerly!
A chance for the Chargers, and they score!
In the front, Fuzzy again!
Good afternoon and welcome to Downtown Westerly here, where we are live on 321 Media. Fiore Calls Game is back. I am your host, Andrew Fiore, alongside my loyal co-hosts here, Brandon the Con Man Con and Kyle the Realist Real. And we have got a very special guest for you today, folks. My former boss and WPRI sports director, Sam Knox. How are we doing, Sam?
Andrew, formerly known as A-Dog. It's good to be back. I'm excited to be on. I appreciate it. And this is great. This is awesome.
So I was an intern with WPRI, as many of you know, and Sam was the number 2 there at the time, but he has recently gotten called up to being sports director since I left. And Sam, how has the new gig been?
It's been great. I mean, I think, there's a lot more responsibility, applying for credentials and looking at a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but it's been a great challenge and something that I think I've grown in thus far. It's been, officially late September. So it's just been a few months. I mean, almost 6 months now. So yeah, it's flown by. It's been good, work with some great people here. And, there's no shortage of stuff to cover, from Patriot stuff to college basketball in Rhode Island and, all the local, high school stuff as well. So there's never nothing to cover. So we just got to get a few of these teams to win now.
It's been
besides the Celtics.
Yeah, go C's.
Go C's, baby.
Yeah. So you also you have a few different hats that you wear, Sam. I'm assuming you're still doing Tantascwa, the high school pitching coach there.
I'm actually not. I actually have a new job up in New Hampshire for a travel team.
Really?
Yeah. So on the weekend, so I do Northeast baseball, New Hampshire. So my buddy that I grew up playing with, he is the head coach of an 11U and 16, 17U team. So this spring and summer, I'm going to be doing that instead, just because with what I did the past couple of years with Tantascwa, it was during the week. So now that I have the new gig, I can't really get down there during the week. So with the stuff on the weekends, it's a big help so I can stay around the game. And, it's exciting. I've been down there. It's a drive up to New Hampshire, but it's a lot of fun, go up there on the weekends and able to stay around the game.
Well, you've been a baseball lifer. I mean, playing in D3 up at Emerson. Can you talk a little about that experience?
Yeah, I got shelled. No, it was fun. I mean, you have a lot of fun being able to play at the college level. Going in there, I knew what I wanted to do. At Emerson, it's a big broadcasting school, broadcast communications and the arts. Knew going in there that was obviously the focus, but I was able to still play ball as well, which was a lot of fun. Play with a lot of lifelong friends that that I'll have forever. Got to go to Florida every year, which was cool for a week, and played some really good competition on top of it. So, going from high school to being able to play in college and, play a little bit of summer ball as well on the side. And, I got my fix of baseball, post high school, which was fun. And, played with some really, really good people at Emerson. And, we were never good, just because of well, first of all, it's an art school. So you're not going to find too many, let's just say guys that you're not going to get your 6'5" business major. That's coming in here hitting 17 homers in a year. But it was a lot of fun. We got to play against really good teams. And it's funny because, you're going back now and you're starting to see some of the guys that are starting to play a little like professional ball. Played summer ball against Ben Rice, who's on the Yankees now. He's a catcher and a first baseman. It's just crazy. 3 home runs in the game last year. it's just funny how it all works. He went to Dartmouth, Ivy League school, and now he's on the Yankees. So it's funny how all that kind of works. Some of them make it. But it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the bus rides. You get to go down, like I said, get to go down to Florida for a week, and it's fun. It's a grind. You're playing, just about 40 games and almost just that amount of days. So you're grinding for it for sure. But it's fun. It was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy it. My senior year got cut because of COVID. It was 2020, so I didn't get to finish it off, which kind of sucked. But it was still fun.
Yeah. My question I was going to ask is, like, obviously with a new, big gig and a lot more responsibility, how do you think, like, just being someone who played sports, obviously playing at the college level, how do you think that is, like, translated? Because someone who played sports myself, obviously never at the college level, but I use a lot of the things that I learned from being an athlete my whole life just to work in this kind of industry.
Yeah, definitely. That's a great question. I think a lot of it is, trying to have that locker room type good chemistry going, within your office and within your department. And you go through adversity, right? You have bad days. You have, there's times where you get some stuff wrong sometimes, or you make an error on the air, and it's kind of like a bad outing or a bad inning or a bad at bat. You just got to bounce back and flush it and, go to the next one. I actually had that a couple nights ago, right? I mean, there's small stuff that just sometimes just gets me so angry, and I'm hard on myself. So, we have a 10 o'clock, a 10:30 and an 11 o'clock show. So I'm like, all right, we get the next one, you know what I mean? In 25, 30 minutes. So, it's just about flushing it and moving on. And I think a lot of like that mental, you get yourself geared up for, a big story or, a sports cast when there's going to be a lot of eyes on you or not. I mean, I try and bring it every single time, but it's a little bit different when Gerard Mayo got fired that night than just a random night where the Celtics and Bruins are playing. It's just a random game, but it's, you kind of bring the mental preparation, attention to detail, and you try and be, I was a captain in high school for my junior and senior year. And I try and bring a lot of that same type of leadership stuff with me. And, I'm still adjusting stuff on the fly. I'm still really early into this thing and still learning as we go. I don't have any of it mastered at all, but I'm sure going to grind it out and try as we go.
I got another question here for you, Sam. So you attended Emerson, played baseball at the same time. I was wondering if there was something, we're all near the end of our college careers now. We're all graduating in a couple months here, which is really scary. But I was wondering if there was one thing or a couple things that you took the most from, or something that you found the most fruitful during your time in college.
Yeah, for sure. First of all, congratulations on that. That's awesome. I know it can be a little bit daunting and frightening at first.
Oh,
but, I think that, for what you guys, I think my biggest thing, I guess, first is just to enjoy this 2 months that you have. Because I know it's cliche, but it's like it's the last free time that you guys will have, unless you take vacation and a full-time job. This is it. And it's funny. My dad said to me, my junior summer, he's like, this is the last summer you're ever going to have off. I'm like, geez, dude, like, that's crazy, so, but I mean, can you just repeat that second part of the question? I'm sorry, I forgot it.
No, you're good. One thing or maybe multiple things you found the most fruitful during your time in college. Obviously, learning to appreciate time is a very good skill to acquire for later in life. But one thing or multiple things you found the most useful.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of my, we were just talking about time, like enjoying the time, staying in the moment, and it's hard to do. And I get that. Like I even struggled with that when I was in college. I was applying to jobs in February of my senior year, and sometimes I wish I enjoyed the moment a little bit more. I think I did a pretty good job of it, but enjoy this. It's just going to start getting warm out down by Rhodey and enjoy that. Do as much as you can with your friends. Go out on Tuesday or Wednesday night. Just just do it and have fun. But on top of that, just all the experiences that you have outside of the classroom, I think you guys are doing a good job right now of just like using the resources that you have to do stuff outside of the classroom, because, I'm sure you guys are taking classes and I'm sure you guys have done stuff outside of the classroom, and the stuff outside of the classroom, honestly, is way more valuable because you're actually like putting the working boots on, you're actually doing it. So, probably just like taking advantage of the opportunities that you have at college. You could go, like I went to Emerson. You could go to the best college for what you want to study. But if you don't utilize what's there outside of the classroom, like it's not going to do anything. You could go to the best, business school in the country, but if you're not, either making connections or doing stuff on the outside, then there's, that's what I found most helpful. Internships, just like shadowing people, understanding what it is that you want to do. That's what I found to be the most fruitful in terms of just like experiences and learning, just learning, because you can, like I said, you can take notes all day, but until you see it, what Andrew did last year with us and, what we try and give all our interns is that experience that they won't get in a classroom. And, that's what I found to be the most helpful.
And I'm sure for you that came in part due to your internship in Boston. I remember we were at the Bruins training facility and your old mentor came up to you and was just, shooting the breeze with you. It's those connections you form for a long time. But what was the biggest thing you gained from doing that, your first foray into the real world of sports reporting?
Yeah, I mean, that was cool. I mean, when you do that, I interned first at ABC6 here in Providence with Nick Coit and Ian Steele, and they're great. And then I was able to, that was in the summer of my sophomore year. Then I go into my junior year, I'm at Boston 25, and then my senior year, Channel 7. So, which is where Maury is now. So, it's cool because, you're back in that area now with the people that you learned from, and you're working with them, which is cool. But that's where you find, like I said, just the experiences of being in a locker room, being at a practice, being in the press box at a Patriots game. Like that's the stuff that's cool, and you learn that stuff, and that was more valuable than anything that I did in a classroom. And I think that's stuff that's important to keep in mind if people are studying this in college right now.
I know after that, you ended up going to Rockford, Illinois as your first market. And we just talked to your former intern, Cam Isimone, who's in his first market right now in Joplin. And we talked about how important that first step is. And what do you remember most? What do you take away the most from your days in Rockford?
Just great memories. I had the best time in Rockford. It was 2 years and 2 years that I'll always remember. I made lifelong friends out there. And I always say that your first job in TV, or I guess your first job anywhere, you could say, is essentially a glorified grad school, because you're moving out to a new area. You're with people around the same age as you. They're all starting their career for the most part as well. Unless you got, an anchor that's been at the station for a long time, which we didn't have in our station. But I had a great boss out there. I learned a ton. I made some great connections. I met a lot of great people, and that's sometimes what you have to do to put yourself in the best position to succeed. Is it always fun? No. But when you move to a market, there's almost too like that self-pride, like, hey, I can do this. I can move out there. I can live on my own. I can cook. I can do the stuff that I need to do away from my family. And, in my time as well out there was during COVID, which was even tougher because you didn't really know when sports was going to come back. So that was also, something that was a hurdle that you kind of had to keep in mind as well. But it was fun. It was great. And there's times I miss it. I can't lie. Right. I mean, in a bigger market, there's more things that you're responsible for, and there's more eyeballs on you. And, sure, the paycheck's a little bit bigger in a bigger market than it is a smaller market, but it's it's a great thing that you'll always remember when you first move and you go to a place that you've never heard of before, because then you see it, down the line on a highway sign or something. I go to Chicago sometimes, I see it, and it's cool. So I'm going to try and visit there at some point here in the next couple of years, because that was a great spot for me, and they welcomed me with open arms. It was great.
Well, you and Kyle share something in common geographically. You're both Worcester boys.
Oh, really?
I don't think you realize that, Kyle. I should have told you that before.
Oh, no, I didn't know. You're from Worcester?
I'm from Sturbridge.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go to the one of the things that my family did as like a tradition for years was go to the Sturbridge Host Hotel for like a weekend for some reason. I don't know why we did
nice.
that.
That's
for
awesome.
my entire childhood, we would just go over there and like it was just a hotel with a pool, but our friends would go.
That's awesome. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Doherty.
Oh, Highlander.
Yeah,
My
of
brother.
course they build a new high school right after I leave, and I had to be in a piece of crap school where the football field was like half of a baseball field. And it was dirt. It was awful.
They Doherty, man. Doherty guys can play though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, my dad actually lives up by Assumption, so we're right there.
Oh really?
Yeah, we're right there. My brother went to Bancroft. But we would have been Doherty kids if we, had gone to school at that time. That's super, super cool, man. I love Worcester. It's a great city.
Yeah.
The woo, baby, the woo.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that we got the baseball team. I know all the Rhode Islanders hate that, but
Hey, Polar Park's beautiful. I do miss the Paw Sox because honestly, I grew up with that too. But Polar Park is beautiful.
It is really nice.
They did a really good job with that. But yeah, I mean, Worcester seems to be on the come up more than it was a few years ago, which is great.
Yeah, definitely getting a lot better.
That's awesome, man. Cool. Another woo guy. Love it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll let you guys slide on the Woo Sox for now. You both know I get going on that topic as a Rhode Islander.
Yeah, well.
And they're destroying the old one
You gotta
too.
come to a game.
I gotta go to a game there. Polar Park does look sick.
The food is awesome too.
Yeah, that I think that's like the biggest thing is the drinks and the food. Because I mean, let's be honest, at the Paw Sox game, you got chicken tenders that have probably been sitting in the fryer for 3 days.
Probably.
Polar Park, all I'm saying is they got Coney Island, and that is enough for me.
Every single game, they do this thing where they bring in a local They have like a truck in right field or something. I forget what it is. It's like a trailer, and they bring in a different local food place, and they set up shop in right field or something. It's great. It's awesome.
That's sick.
Yeah, and I've been able to see some of the the guys who have come up. Like Jaron Duran was in Worcester for a while, and I was watching him there for like his first season when he was with Worcester because that was their first season, I believe.
The guy that owns our facility in New Hampshire was the hitting coach for the Woo Sox for 3 years, and his boys with Duran. Duran hits at our facility.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he's
jacked.
No, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, that dude is.
I didn't realize you could hit a baseball that hard, but
No.
apparently you can. But yeah, we got his jersey up on the wall. He gave us a jersey. It was really cool. But yeah, the Woo Sox are great.
What do you think is the kind of pivoting a little bit? What do you think is like the coolest moment that you've been a part of as like working for, where you've been like in the moment and kind of just thought like, wow, this is pretty cool to be experiencing. This is like someone who grew up an athlete and a fan of sports.
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, the Celtics winning it this year was cool. I wasn't at the game, but my boss at the time, Taylor, was up there. Andrew, you weren't there, were you?
No, I was gone by then. I saw Taylor went to Dallas too, right?
She did. She went for Game 4 because they were supposed to win that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so had that was a really cool night just because they had won it. It was the end, right? Like everyone had anticipated that the Celtics were best team in the NBA all year long, and they finally did it after years of coming up short in the Eastern Conference Finals. In the finals, that was really cool. Covering and when I was in Rockford, the MAC championship football, that was cool. We went to Detroit, Ford Field. I covered NIU out there, and they played against Kent State in the MAC championship, and they won.
The Maction, baby.
Yeah, Maction. We gotta love Maction. They're not in there. They're in like the Horizon League now, but it's a But yeah, they went 0-6 in the COVID year because they had a shortened college football season, and then they go the next year. They went like 9-5. They won the conference and went to a bowl game against Coastal Carolina. They went to the Cure Bowl. That was really cool being able to travel and go. Like we drove 6 hours to Detroit. That was fun. And then probably the Big East. The Big East tournament's a lot of fun. I love the Big East tournament. That's a great thing every year. Coming up next week, I'm actually hopping on a train Wednesday morning, heading to New York City, and going to be down there. And it's been a tough year for the Friars, but Big East basketball is always great, so I'm excited for it.
Was it you or Taylor who was there when they asked Kim English the Twitter question last year?
We were both there. That was wild.
For those of you who don't know, at one of the press conferences at the Big East tournament, a real question Kim English got was, correct me if I'm wrong, say it was something along the lines of, how does it feel that you're trending on Black Twitter for being attractive?
Yeah, and then she then continued to ask if he was single. And
what is going on?
How did they get in the press room?
His reaction was really funny. But yeah, that was an interesting moment.
Would you say that's the most interesting moment you've had at a press conference?
Probably. Probably. Trying to think of anything else that might have been like wild. No, I think that's the most crazy one for sure. That's the one that comes to mind.
You were with me at the PC Georgetown game, right?
Yes.
That was
great.
That was chippy after the press conference.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was that was a great experience too. That's right. That was a great game. And this year it's always going to be an environment like that, but it's not going to be like that first time. That first time was wild. I had never. I mean, you saw it right in front of me, Devin Carter slam, and he was right in front of me, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, this guy is just going off on his old coach." But yeah, that was that. Yeah, it gets that way.
That was probably our first one together. I think any game.
Yeah, I think so because it was late January, so it might have been. Yeah, I think so.
And I know I one thing I remember is we went to the PC UConn game, and you're a big UConn guy. So what is that like when UConn rolls into town, especially coming off of the championships?
It's the best, man. I love my guy Dan Hurley. He's awesome.
We still love Dan Hurley.
Yeah,
We're supposed to, at least.
I love my parents went to UConn. My brother went to UConn. My sister went to UConn. Aunts, uncles. My family, my mom and my dad. Well, my dad's from Connecticut. My mom's from Long Island, but that's where they met. And, we've had some family friends that have played at UConn, played with Kemba and played with Shabazz Napier. We had a guy that he won 2 rings as a bench player, essentially. So it's funny. There's this running joke that he has more rings than Jim Boeheim, which is pretty funny. But yeah, it's awesome. There's something about the UConn's aura right now with Dan Hurley. I mean, he's just a beast. Sorry about these emails coming in here. He has this, like, I'm going to come in and beat you and you're not going to do anything about it. I mean, not this year really as much, but I mean, when you lose 4 guys to the NBA, it's tough to do the next year. And a 5th guy that could have gone to the NBA and he decided to stay. So, yeah, it's cool. It's great. I love it. I doubt they'll three-peat, but that's so hard.
There's a chance.
There's still a chance. There is a chance. There's a chance. But
do you think they?
I'm sure you guys miss Dan Hurley at Rhodey.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah.
I got a couple questions. While we're staying on this topic of sports takes, you think Connecticut could make the tournament without the Big East win this year?
Without winning a game in the Big East tournament?
No, just without winning the whole thing. You think they'll still be in?
Yeah, I do. I think they'll be a 9 or an 8 to 10 seed.
Yeah,
that's my prediction. Probably an 8 or 9 right now. The last time I checked, they're playing Vanderbilt 8-9 game.
Gotcha.
UConn's an 8 seed at the moment, and then it looks like they'll play a 9 seed. So Yeah, they'll definitely make the tournament. It won't be what we have known them to be the past
Right.
2 years, being the unanimous 1 seed last year. It was just they beat every team by double digits. It was just,
Yeah.
I mean,
And then my follow up for that is: do you think St. John's just runs away with the tournament? You think they just win the whole thing, or somebody like Creighton, Marquette, one of those guys creep up and take the whole thing?
yeah, it'll be interesting to see. St. John's hasn't been this good in a long time,
No, I
and
know.
they're playing the tournament on their home floor. That will do wonders for them. It is going to be Red Storm like crazy next week. The one thing about being the 1 seed in the Big East, it's a little dangerous. We saw with PC a couple years ago. They lost in the semifinals to Creighton when they were the 1 seed back in 2022. The Big East is so tough where you could have a team like Creighton or Marquette, like you said, or whomever. St. John's could make it to the final, and then say Ryan Kalkbrenner of Creighton has a huge game. You never really know. The coaches and the talent in the Big East is so good that it's any given night, really. But with Pitino there on their home court, with the defense that they play, the only thing that will stop them from winning that is if they legitimately can't score the ball. Right. They can't really shoot. That's the one thing. They have like 2 guys. RJ Lewis can shoot it. They have a couple guys that can, but Zuby Ejiofor, guy down low. They got Kadari Richmond, obviously. They're not a shooting team. Maybe like a C+ in 2K terms, if I will. But they're an A. They're an A defensively. I mean, they switch like it's like a hot knife through butter watching those guys just switch to different defenders without even thinking twice. And it's Rick Pitino, the Godfather. It's the Godfather.
Yes, sir.
So if I had to guess, yeah, I'm saying they're winning it, especially since they're on the home court.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had such a big impact on the sport. I mean, you saw they were on Jimmy Fallon last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
think
talking
about that.
basketball.
100%. It's pretty unbelievable, how talk about aura, right? We're talking about aura. Yeah. Rick Pitino. I mean, man, this guy walks out in a white suit last week. They ain't losing.
If I was a player for him, I'd run through a wall.
100%. And you got, that speech is kind of going viral about. Have you seen the one where he's in the locker room and he's like, "Where have you guys been raised?" You seen that?
Was that against Providence?
That was against Providence.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Providence was up by 16 in the first half. Providence was up by 16 out at the AMP, and Pitino came back and was like, "Yeah, we're winning this game," and they did. It was close. It was a 2-point game. People forget, right? PC might have just lost to DePaul, but they lost by 2 twice to St. John's. So something to keep an eye on, I guess, is if Providence wins against Butler in their first round game, they're going to play St. John's on that next day, which will be tough. But
this is what you love about March, though. We've been talking like the past couple weeks since the Super Bowl. I feel like there's been a little bit of a lull with sports. I mean, that's what the general sports fan is saying. There's been a bit of a lull, and then March rolls around, and these tournaments, even before March Madness, are so interesting because you have your expected winners, but like just about anybody, everybody's in it.
everybody.
So everybody has, whether it's a slam chance or not, to make March Madness, and it's interesting. It gets fans of those specific colleges, those college students, like invested in basketball. And that's why I absolutely love March. The couple week lull after the Super Bowl is so worth it because I am such a nerd for all these tournaments and stuff. Like,
You're saying Rhode Island has a chance.
Yes,
that's what I'm hearing. There. Perfect.
Mathematically speaking, yes. Like, I don't know, you or I could upset in the first round and make the second round. Like, we don't expect them to maybe win one round, but like,
no, that's not happening.
That's why I said maybe. That's why I said maybe. But it's just that we have the chance. You know what I mean? That sliver of hope. It just gives all these fans, something to cling on to.
It does. I mean, and I'll go back to UConn in 2011. They were the 9 seed in the Big East tournament. They play that first game against DePaul at noon. They go on to win 4 games in 4 days or whatever. and then they win the national championship. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, it's very rare,
That type of thing. Bryant right now looks great. The dangerous thing, you're the 1 seed. You're expected to make the tournament now, but you got to win 3 more games. You got to win the quarterfinal, semifinal, and the conference championship to get to the dance. And UMBC, they're playing the 8th seed. How many times have you seen that happen? I'm not saying it's going to, but that's what's great about March is in these tournaments, anything can happen.
Yeah,
So I know it's not a perfect bracket. I mean, how many times has that even happened? I don't think it's happened.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
We've seen it in the A10 over here, like the past couple of years. For example, Duquesne won it last year. I forget their seed, but they were not expected to win at all. Then they go to March Madness. They win a couple of games in March Madness. And then 2 years ago was Richmond. That league, yeah. The A10 tourney was like Davidson's to have 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whatever it was, whenever Richmond won. But Richmond won it, and they made the tourney. Like Davidson ended up making it too because they were so good. But it's stuff like that. Like, for these conferences where, they have like no ranked teams, it really can just be wide open. VCU seems like they're going to be the favorite in the A10, but you just never know. Like, sure, like teams at the bottom are probably going to win, but the top like 5-6 teams, like it's anybody's game really. And that's what makes March, the beginning of March before the tournament, so intriguing to me.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's almost like the appetizer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Speaking of both appetizers and comparing Bryant to Rhode Island, this is something I wanted to hit. The food at the games. We talked a lot about this behind the scenes, but it's been a common complaint that Bryant has food, whereas Rhode Island doesn't. And then you go to TD Garden and you get the big buffets at the playoff games. What stadium that you've worked at has had the best press food?
Gillette.
Yeah.
Easy. Oh, my God, yeah. Gillette, absolutely. The spreads are unbelievable. I will say this. URI is the only Division I school to not have food at their games.
Sounds about right. That makes sense.
Brown does. Brown does as well.
Yeah. Bryant had those subs in the basement.
Yep.
It's an embarrassing look on our end. I was talking about this with your current intern, Zach Petrick, and he also said Gillette's incredible. I only had Gillette once. It was the Messi game. TD Garden blew me away.
TD Garden's great.
Phenomenal.
Yep. I'd say it's close. I mean, Gillette's a step ahead, but I mean, the Garden during the playoffs is pretty awesome. Yeah.
And I mean, what was it like when you first worked a playoff game though? Jumping off of that, the atmosphere shift. I mean, like an NHL or NBA playoff game, rather than like a college playoff game.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's louder. You can feel it. The energy's almost unmatched. It's really, really awesome, and I love it. My first one coming back here was like that Heat series that Jimmy Butler kind of cooked the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Final, I think it was.
Yeah.
He was man, he just took over. He was brutal. But it's great. The playoffs is great. I mean, it adds even more of an energy, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I remember we had the Heat and Cavs series last year. I know you were with me that first Heat game when Tatum had his first ever playoff triple-double, I believe.
Yeah, he went off.
That felt unreal to just be on that court for the playoffs for the first time. We had Brooke Boyer there, who, by the way, she just started her new job. I don't know if you've been talking to her.
Yeah.
Jersey Shore Breaks. She's got her second game tonight. So shout out Brooke B. Boyer. We were intern teammates. And what do you remember about some of the past interns you've had? Because we're all friends here with Aiden Garvey, Peter Gigliotti, Montana Faselli. I don't know if you guys know him, but
I've heard him guest speak before.
Gotcha. But talk about your experience with us roadie interns.
Yeah, they're great. You guys are great. Oh, we have some breaking news, I think, here, boys.
Marchand?
Martians.
No,
No,
dude.
don't tell me that.
We were literally saying right before we went on.
Please, no.
Yeah.
No way. That's
Where'd
the
he go?
worst team to
Where'd
get
he
traded
go?
Where'd he
to.
go?
The
Florida Panthers.
No! Oh no.
That is the worst team for him to get traded to, dude. Oh my god.
Oh, sorry to cut that off. I gotta. Let's see. Here's a Knox bomb coming, boys.
Give us the details.
Oh my god.
Florida Panthers have agreed to trade Bruins. Have agreed to a trade with Bruins to acquire Brad Marchand. They're in the trade call queue.
Get the. Oh my god, dude. I don't even know what to say. We were Kyle and I on the way here. I was talking about how like I'm like a casual hockey fan, but like Brad Marchand was one of those guys that just like he's one of the guys that got me interested in hockey, watching him play, and now he goes to a team that we all absolutely despise as Bruins fans, especially because of what they've done to us the last couple of years. Oh my
Yeah, it's
God.
crazy. Boys, I'm gonna have to hop off here. I apologize.
Thanks for the time, man. You got a job to do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, get at it, Sam.
Hey,
We'll have
thanks
to
for the
catch up
news, man.
soon. Love talking to you again, man.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys ever want me on here again, just let me know.
Absolutely.
All I'll
Go
talk
do
to
your
you guys.
thing.
All right.
Thank you so much, Sam.
Thanks, guys. I'll talk to
Thank
you.
you, Sam.
All right, bye.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Knox bomb. As soon as he said I got some news, I was like, yup.
I said
Yup.
out of Marchand. Oh.
No, why to the Panthers? You have to be kidding me.
All right,
I saw it. I pulled it up. It was the
I thought
first
you said-
notification I got. Emily Kaplan.
Yeah.
Brad Marchand is being traded to the Florida Panthers.
Uh,
Oh my God.
I said to my little brother that we're probably looking at the last hours of Marchand as a Bruin, and Sam already tweeted it out. He already tweeted it out.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, hey, you're getting a live look at that life. You know, there's Sam's tweet.
And once we figure out how to put graphics up,
Yeah,
that
I'll
would be
figure that out.
that would be a
Yeah.
great time to present that. Oh man, that is. Yeah, my mom's in here. She can attest. She knows.
Knock you out of the playoffs 2 straight seasons, then take your captain.
Yeah, what
Rough.
the heck are we doing, bro? My mom's in here. She can attest. She knows that we're all like casual Bruins fans at the Kahn family household, and Marchand was just, he's one of those guys that's been
He's
with the
the
team
captain. You
forever.
just traded
And now
your
he's the
captain.
captain, and like even before he was the captain, man, he was just he was supposed to be a Bruin
Dude,
for life.
Matthew Tkachuk, Brad Marchand, and Sam Bennett together is literally the
Dude,
NWO.
they're gonna-
They're literally the
they're-
NWO, dude.
They're gonna repeat, bro. They're gonna repeat. It's over.
Well,
That
No, I'm just kidding.
dude,
They
that
gotta
just
get
threw a
through.
wrench into everything.
I did. They gotta.
I'm
Oh my
trying to
God.
figure out what to say about this. First off,
Yeah, they're
about
repeating,
Sam
bro.
leaving. That's a good look you're getting right there, folks, about how that life is working in sports media. I mean, the amount of times Sam and I would be out and he would just have to change what we're doing. Like, okay, we're going to this place instead. Or text like, okay, they just came out with this. We have to go. Like, Patriots just said they're making some availability tomorrow. We have to go to Gillette tomorrow. Scratch our original plan. That's the life you have in sports media, and that was a good firsthand look at it.
Yeah.
Because he's just got to go. He might have to go live right now, but he needs to just get on the air,
That's-
writing.
I'm fine with that because
No,
that is
yeah,
a great
100%.
example of exactly what people in our future fields have to do.
That's what
you
I'm
know?
saying. It's that's he's probably, I'm trying to think what he would be doing right now. He's probably, they've got to get together a new package. They've got to get highlight footage and write a script for what to say in, I believe, the 6 o'clock news. They might even have something in the 5 for this. It's 3:13. They've got to get going on that.
Yeah.
See what they have to get on with the Bruins media people. See the details and just get So you saw he's just got to run. But yeah, again, we thank Sam Knox for his time. We'll be sure to try to get him again sometime. But that is,
What a long blow, man.
I
Oh
always-
my God.
as you've been seeing, if you follow our social media, I've been picking moments to make reels out of. This is gonna be the easiest.
This is gonna,
one
yeah.
ever.
I was literally thinking that when I was doing the Will Levis week 1 meme.
Clip
like,
farming.
That's yeah. I didn't even realize that's what I was doing, but I was like, oh my god.
Out of all the teams, dude, when you said the team, I thought you were gonna say Toronto.
I
and
thought
was
you were gonna say
literally-
Montreal.
I was gonna
Yeah.
jump out the window.
I was expecting
Florida's just as
Montreal.
bad.
Yeah, Florida beat you 2 years straight in the playoffs, then take your
your
captain.
captain.
Well, Sam and I was actually leading up to this. Sam and I were at the Panthers series last year, and yeah, Mrs. Khan is right about that. They
They need more
need
than
to
a.
blow it up.
They
Then an
are.
offseason
Dude,
haul, man.
Coyle's gone. Carlo just went to Toronto too.
They traded. Who else did they
Carlo.
trade?
Yeah, Carlo's going to Toronto.
I mean, I was off my.
They
phone.
traded They traded somebody else the other day. Their third
well, they
string
sent
center
off
or something.
Grazzo,
Yeah. Well, that was inevitable.
they got Lauco in return. It's
Right.
Well, Sam and I were at the Panthers series last year, and it was like they were insufferable. They were beating us up. Trash
Yeah.
was thrown on the ice at one point in one of the games. I think I was with Taylor for that one.
Dude, he's gonna look awful in a Florida jersey. Oh my god!
Are you seeing?
I just saw jersey.
Is he? So
swap?
is he going to wear 63? Is
I'm
63
so-
available?
I'm so,
Do we know?
Oh my god! It's like my favorite Bruin besides Patrice Bergeron.
Man, I'm trying to get a look at this. This is man. So yeah, I was gonna say that series was ugly. And connecting it back to the sports media thing real quick, and we will get reaction to this, but I want to like get the Sam tie-ins.
Yeah, you're good.
My last game with Sam, I was gonna ask him about this. He had a moment like what he was talking about at the beginning of the show where he had a moment he wasn't thrilled with on air, and it's like what he said about at bats, you got to just flush it out. But he was frustrated with himself. You go on air, you mess up live, and you're just like, oh man. And it was after one of those Panthers Bruins games that was an ugly series. And I mean, hey, it was kind of cool seeing the future champs, but now Marchand going there.
It just doesn't feel right, bro. It's not doing him justice for all the years he just spent.
I thought they were gonna send him out west.
That's what they were saying. That's what the dirt sheets were saying. Huh?
This, do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? This makes me appreciate so much more how Bergeron went out.
Yeah.
Even though at the time we were like, this is the worst send off, that game 7.
At least he was there.
He was there at a playoff game in a hard fought at the end of the most historic season.
You know what I think though? I think Marchand is gonna end up coming back to the Bruins.
How many years
at
does
the
he
end
have
of his-
left?
at the end of his career?
I'm pretty sure his contract is close to up. That's why they did this. I'm pretty sure, and I don't think he signs an extension there. Watch, he'll sign back with the Bruins. He has his his whole life is here in Boston. Like literally everything is his family born. He has younger kids. They're like 12. Like 12, 13. You know what I mean? Like his whole family is in Boston. Everything about his life basically is here in Boston. I'm sure he's not happy.
I can't imagine his family will be terribly upset with moving to Florida if it comes to that, though.
Yeah, the weather.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
but out of all the teams, you're right.
It's just not doing him justice for all the time he spent as a Bruin. We talk about this all the time. How Marchand's a guy that you don't like. If he's on any other team but yours, you hate him. And now he just goes to our
the Panthers.
Yeah. our most recent newer arch rival. It's
They've been more of a
insane.
problem than Montreal to us recently.
Yeah.
Because no one cares about Montreal.
Well, Montreal made the Stanley Cup before the conference realignment, and then they've been trash ever since.
That was so Mickey
It was
Mouse.
during one of the
That was-
Lightning.
Yeah, they had
Cups.
two Eastern
That was
Conference
so
teams playing for the
bizarre.
Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Dude, the Lightning
They were in the
versus
West at
the
the time.
Canadians.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. That's
That's what it ended up being. Yeah.
The Lightning Canadian Stanley Cup is like a fever dream to think back on.
Yeah.
That was that
Didn't the
felt
Stars go to a final too?
yes, the year before
Oh god.
the bubble.
I
That was the
almost
bubble.
forgot about that.
I
Stars are good again this year, though. No.
oh yeah, they're really
Dude,
good.
the Capitals look really good.
The Jets. It's Jets, Caps, and Stars. Stars just made a trade today. They got Rantanen from Carolina.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, let me double check that. This has been my worst year with Mikko Rantanen trade to the Stars for Logan Stankoven and 2 first-round picks, 8-year extension in place. This has been my worst year following hockey.
Winnipeg, you are our only hope. Please.
Dude, that was so funny. The fact that he's like, bro, I think we got breaking news here, boys.
We all went.
And we
oh
yep.
my god.
We were like,
We were like, oh no.
I had a feeling that would come out on air.
Dude, yeah, I mean, with the deadline was 20 minutes ago. Some stuff trickles in, and when it's a trade as big as that, it was inevitable that we were gonna hear it live on show. But I mean,
You know what? What I will take out of this, I hope he gets another cup. Damn it. For my
Yeah,
boy, that's
if
my
they win
guy,
it this
man.
year.
I hope he gets another cup. Why not?
the
Number 63 is going to the rafters too. For
Kachuk
sure.
Kachuk couldn't win the freaking
I don't know if I could do
Four
that.
Nations though.
Martian's my guy, man. That's
I don't
my
know
dog.
if I can root for the Panthers in the playoffs.
Like I said, Marchand being there helps their chances of getting me to root for them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I love Alex Ovechkin and always have.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid, I loved Alex Ovechkin, so I'm kind of rooting for the Caps a little bit too. I want to see him break Gretzky.
They might be
Oh,
they might be
that's-
the only hope in the East to stop the Panthers. I'm not gonna lie.
Here's the thing, though.
We can't count on the Leafs.
I'm gonna put this on record, and this is a bad time for this. I don't think the Panthers are gonna go to the Stanley Cup final again.
No, there's a great chance that they don't.
Or winning.
Yeah, there's a
I'll
great
keep it
chance
to
they
winning
don't.
to be safer, because hockey's not like basketball. Hockey, it is the hardest sport to make the championship, bar none. I think it's not even close.
I know. I see.
Dude,
I see
you know
what
what
you're
that
saying.
makes it? No more Bruins left from the 2011 Stanley Cup team. That's officially
Absolutely
gone, dude.
zero.
Everybody's gone.
Coaching staff too, right?
Yep, everybody's gone.
Do you know what's crazy though? If Florida makes it again, that will be 6 consecutive years of a Florida team in the Stanley Cup Finals.
I don't want to think about that.
Get out.
Lightning went 3 in a row.
Yep.
Panthers 3 in a row.
Yep.
Avalanche Avalanche and Knights the only thing keeping it from being straight through.
Yeah.
If the Panthers can get this done, but it's
Man, one of my favorite.
I'm
Bruins,
hoping
dude.
for like a Jets Cup this year. That would be
awesome.
interesting.
Hellebuck.
Dude,
They
after
they had a
what-
great year last year, and
Canada,
yes,
yeah, Canada needs a cup, dude.
they do. They do. It's been how long has it been since
Last one they won was 1994.
oh my god.
93
93.
Canadians.
Yeah, 94
because
was the
94 was the Rangers. over the
Rangers, yeah.
Canucks. I
was kind of
getting
pulling
used
for
to-
Edmonton last year too.
I like.
I was
McDavid,
rooting for them.
so.
McDavid's
So-
one of the greatest hockey players of all time, and he doesn't have a ring. Like he just needed that ring, but he still has time.
They almost
Sorry, I
pulled
didn't mean
back
to
in
interrupt you,
No,
Fiore.
you're good. I was gonna say, oh yeah, seeing Marchand play for Team Canada and having to root against him felt weird enough. This is gonna be even worse. Do the Bruins? My next question here: do the Bruins have any remaining games against the Panthers?
I actually don't know.
gonna check that.
Probably. How many games we got left? So the trade deadline
March
just happened.
11th. Oh man, 4 days from now, and it's in Boston.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Do you think he's gonna be ready and playing? He just got hurt last week, so I don't even know if he'll be playing.
That'd be the most amount of people they get at a game for the rest of the year.
Oh yeah. They haven't been doing horrible attendance wise, despite how mediocre they've been doing this season.
It's Boston, you know.
Exactly.
People love to go to hockey games, but
Yeah, I'm trying to get reactions to this.
I just see
Coyle, Carlo, and Marchand.
I'm just seeing multiple tweets about people just literally just tweeting out like a nuke.
Yeah. I mean,
Paul Smith, my buddy, tweeted out, "This may be the worst day of my Boston Bruins fandom, losing Coyle, Carlo, and most of all Marchand. How do we?
in one day.
Where does this rank among worst days as being a Bruins fan?
Nothing.
This is,
no, 'cause
this
I
is
have
third
20.
place for me.
Nah, it's just not
Mm.
even because I have
No.
2019 number
Losing
one.
to the Blues,
Number
yeah.
two-
I think
number
losing to the
two,
Blues.
number two would be the
Panthers.
Blackhawks. No,
Blackhawks. I was gonna say
Oh,
yeah, those are my
Blackhawks,
two.
dude. That
Those are
one-
my
that
two.
Scarred me,
The
dude.
Blackhawks one hurt more than the Blues one for me, just because like
Absolutely.
it would have been a
dude.
more statement win. The Blues were not supposed to freaking win that, man.
The
Oh my God.
The thing with 2013 is first off, I was very new to being a Bruins fan. I think that was like my either my first year or like not even a full year yet. I think I got more into it the next year, but I hated them for it. But that was a game 6 and I wasn't as into it yet.
It was just the fashion.
I will put that in.
It was the
I'll put
fashion
that
in which
at
they
third.
lost.
Yeah, I'll put that in third actually, and then this is probably the
For
fourth
the
one.
Panthers, but then also for me, dude, when the Bruins lost in the second round in 2014 to the Canadians, I was miserable, dude.
I
That was
hated that.
awful. I cried my
Was
eyes
that
out.
5 game?
No, that was 7. They lost in
That was
7, dude. Yeah, they
That's
lost in
right.
the
That was a
7.
while ago.
I bawled my eyes out, dude. I was so upset.
So the Panthers game this upcoming week is the last one that we have scheduled against them.
Well, the season's about to end.
Yeah, so the season's almost over. I think they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have about 18, 19 games left, if I'm counting correctly. Yeah, they have 18 games left. And I see, my thing is I don't know if Marchand's gonna play because he got hurt against the Penguins last Saturday, and he was out with that. That should have been the tell, dude. So that was on national TV, and I was watching that one. And that should have just been not the first domino, but one of the last that we were going to ship him. The rumors have been so loud all season. Him getting hurt, it's like it's a good time because if he gets hurt again so bad that you can't ship him off, then what did they get back for him? I don't even remember what they got they got back for him. That's horrible.
I just got the carload of the Leafs notification now.
Yeah.
If you look at this objectively, it's not a bad. Depending on the return, you're right. It's a good time. His contract. I just got the jersey thing. No.
Oh no. Yeah, that's gross, bro.
But depending on what the return is, this isn't a bad time for this trade to happen because it's the end of his contract. He's getting hurt a lot. The team does need to change its direction now.
Yeah.
The championship window really ended after Game 7 against Florida.
Yeah, 100%. Not last year, but the year before, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They were
when they were
alive.
the record-setting regular season record in points.
Right. This is Kevin Moore, Channel 10 reporter, says this is like Danny Ainge trading Paul Pierce to the Heat.
Dude, while he was at his peak, yeah, that's a good comparison. But like, if we're talking like Paul Pierce getting traded to the Nets, that was a great trade. So it depends on when, like, in what year we're talking Paul Pierce. If we're talking like before he was washed and got traded to the Nets, then I could see it. But I don't know. It's not a horrible comparison. I can't come up with a better one. So
I feel bad. I'm being very like unprofessional.
You're good. No,
dude,
we're good.
Well, I'm trying to get more news on this on Twitter.
Yeah, maybe we should take a quick ad break, collect our thoughts.
We are overdue for the ad break. We're gonna get more on Marchand. You heard it here first. Sam Knox bomb. We'll be back with Marchand updates and more as soon as I can find the ads. But yeah, stay with us, folks. This is a big one. Marchand to the Florida Panthers. Reactions after this.
Experience local excellence with Roof-Rite Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof-Rite specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof-Rite is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Dunn's Corners at 224 Post Road, and everybody down here is getting the brand new iPhone 16. We have it here in stock. The best part is right now, if you trade in your old phone, you get it for free. We got deals all weekend, awesome savings. Come on down and see us, 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners, Verizon Wireless Zone. We'll see you soon.
D&V Mechanical specializes in the installation, maintenance, and servicing of Mitsubishi ductless mini-split heat pump systems. We are certified by Mitsubishi as Diamond Elite Contractors and factory trained and up to date on the proper procedure of the installation and service of Mitsubishi ductless heating and air conditioning ductless heat pumps. We assist with the paperwork to reduce much of the stress-related documentation required to get the state rebates and federal tax incentives. We are not a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-nothing company. We are masters of ductless heat pumps. It's what we do, and it's what we know.
Do you want to get your business in front of over 100,000 viewers every month? Advertise with 321 and enjoy the best value in local advertising while supporting free community live streams. Your message will be seen across live high school sports, morning shows, and local events, connecting you directly with engaged audiences, boosting your visibility, growing your brand, and helping us keep these broadcasts accessible to everyone for free. Partner with 321 today and watch your business thrive. Are you a farmer, forest owner, or community gardener in Washington or Kent County, Rhode Island? Do you work with NRCS programs like EQIP, CSP, AMA, or other Farm Bill programs? We want to hear from you. Join us for the local working group meeting on February 22nd from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at Ludit Library, 274 Victory Highway, West Greenwich, Rhode Island. Your feedback helps shape conservation funding in our community. Register now and take the survey at tinyurl.com/SRICD input. We'll see you there.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
Welcome back here at 321 Media. Andrew Fiore, Brandon Kahn, Kyle Reel will be back with us in a moment. For those of you who missed it, huge bombshell here. Brad Marchand, longtime star of the Boston Bruins, has been traded to the defending champion and rival Florida Panthers. We heard it right here live on air from Sam Knox, the WPRI sports director, who was with us, but he had to go run to cover this immediately. It was a fantastic interview. But we've got more Brad Marchand reactions coming, but we've got more breaking news. Con, what have you got on the URI women's basketball team?
For those of you who are watching this instead of the URI women's basketball, they just missed their potential game-winning shot. URI versus St. Joe's is going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen, live on Peacock.
I'm going to have to put that on and give live updates as well. We are still trying to get the Bruins return for the Marchand trade. Marchand was one of the biggest Boston athletes here for such a long time, going directly to the biggest rival. But you saw some reaction already from Matt Tkachuk. Yeah,
He tweeted, "Holy shit," in all caps. I mean, that's exactly part of my French, but that's exactly how we were all feeling. For those of you watching right now, if you're just tuning in, you can rewind about like 10-15 minutes and you can see all of our reactions. We'll put that up on our socials too. That's gonna make for some good content, huh?
I'm quickly working on the socials right now. I'm gonna make a reel of that tonight. what a moment.
I did. That might be the craziest one we've had live on the show.
Oh, definitely. I had the only other time I can remember a big breaking news was on WRIU. Brayon Freeman was announced as cut literally a minute before we went on air. There have been other minor things broken, but nothing to this magnitude.
Yeah.
That's
unreal. I don't know.
We're gonna get the women's game on. Which I was talking to Con about this. I could easily ask Sophie Phillips to come on this show. We'll have to get her on.
Yeah, they go on a nice little run here. Not to jinx them, they are tied with St. Joe's. They were down by 6 at the half, but they got 30 points in the second half. So this is looking to be a good overtime. Overtime just tipped off on Peacock. Stay with us here. We'll try to give you live updates as the URI women's game goes on. But yeah, man, Sophie's been she's been phenomenal this year. I really enjoy watching her play. Honey Carr too has been a phenomenal pull. Yeah, man. The URI women's basketball we've been lucky that throughout our time in college they've been solid. Co A10 champions with UMass 2 years ago. They've not quite gotten over the hump yet, and maybe I don't know. They were 17 and 15 this year, so maybe not the best year for them to make a run, but NIT is once again within their reach if they don't succeed here in the tourney, but they're still in it. 4.5 minutes to go in overtime, still a tie game.
And they won 2 WNIT games a few years ago.
They sure did.
This is the most successful run that they've had in their history. I mean, I'm gonna let Kyle in real quick, but give us some updates here.
Still only a couple seconds went by. Still a tie game. Neither team is yet to make a shot in overtime. Sorry if we see him all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Still trying to
reel in here.
Yeah.
Kyle reel. No pun intended.
No pun intended. Or we're still trying to process what the heck just happened.
I mean, you see this stuff happen on like EEI or FAN. I'm just trying to get my Peacock login. I don't think I'm gonna get that log.
I got the game up here. St. Joe's shooting some free throws. We'll continue to update a little bit as more important stuff comes on. But Brad Marchand, man, I can already see as soon as I get out of here the TikTok edits and the thank yous.
I've already seen Twitter showing me the goals from the Vancouver series. In
oh my god!
You know what we're gonna get? We're gonna get a like him edit of him.
Yes, can I be like him? Oh my god, I can see it.
Him in a Panthers uniform. Like, I'm chasing a ghost. It's him like back in the good days.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh! You know what I just no. I was gonna say the whole perfection line's probably gone, but no, Pasta.
No,
I forgot Pasta.
Pasta. Our team is in your hands, bro. He just signed an extension.
He can't be the captain though. Who's gonna be the
captain? He's probably gonna be the captain. Who else are you gonna make captain? McAvoy?
They don't just automatically make the best player the captain.
No, I know McAvoy though, right? It has to be McAvoy.
McAvoy being the captain.
It has to be McAvoy or
the longest tenured.
Yeah, it just makes sense. Yeah. He's one of our best players. Like you said, you don't just make the best player the captain. McAvoy seems like the choice.
I mean, he had a huge Four Nations.
He did.
That helped his notoriety for those who are more casual into
one of the names that went like under the radar because it's the best hockey players in the world. But Charlie McAvoy deserves his flowers. He was there and he was part of Team USA for a reason, man.
The fact that look, after Game 7 2023, it was dawning on me that the days of being perennial Stanley Cup contenders were over.
I mean, yeah.
We were kind of there in 2024, but 2023 was the last real shot. That being said, even though we knew that this season was the beginning of an overhaul, we knew this was coming. The fact that what we grew up with is gone officially nail in the coffin is hitting hard right now.
Yeah.
Chara, Bergeron, and Marchand are all gone.
No, dude.
Everybody is,
No,
dude.
dude.
It's all over. It's the whole that era of the Bruins that I grew up with. You know, he was the last one left from the
2011.
No, the last one left from a Boston athlete that was still drafted in the 2000s. Like nobody else had been drafted in the 2000s that's still playing for their team.
Crazy stat.
Drafted
We're
in
all trying to
09.
reel this in here live. You're seeing our like live process.
I'm just upset, dude. Like the Coyle trade was actually good though. We fleeced them.
Oh, what do we get?
We
What-
got,
yeah, what did
I
we
think
get?
it was Middlestat and then something else. And I don't know what they got in the Carlo one, but the Coyle trade's not good.
I mean, I thought Carlo would have been shipped years ago, so it's the miracle that we were able to keep him around for this long.
What's hitting me is just like I was not a Bruins fan in 2011. I wasn't into it yet. In 2012, I was a Devils fan. Little known
Oh,
fact
boy.
about me.
Oh boy.
I was actually a New Jersey Devils fan for 1 year because I used to listen to WFAN at night and I would be too lazy to get up. And what would come on were the Devils and Nets games. So for 2012, I was a Devils and Nets fan. The first year of the Brooklyn Nets with Williams and Lopez and those guys. And then that was when they had Martin Brodeur and all those guys when they went to the Cup against the Kings and lost. And I believe they played the Panthers in that series. Then 2013, I slowly started getting into the Bruins.
This is hitting so hard right now, dude. The video of Marchand and Bergeron hugging. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though.
I think I cried when that was aired. But I never got to see them win the Cup. 2019 killed. We were talking about this actually after our last show. We were talking about our worst memories as Bruins fans. But
Yeah.
the Bruins were a team. The Bruins for a long time were the team I was second most into to the Mets. I would ride or die with them in the playoffs for years.
Playoff hockey is so good, man.
It
There's
felt
nothing
the
like
biggest
Boston
thing,
playoff hockey
and they would break my heart every time.
every year.
And I never, because I was too late for 2011 and I kept holding out hope and now it's officially over. It's like,
Yeah. And we're probably not going to make the playoffs this year. I forget how long it's been since the Bruins haven't been in the playoffs. I think it's
2016.
Yeah, it might be sooner than I remember,
I
but
think it's
it,
16 and
still
15.
that's 9 years ago, 10 years ago. That is a long time for a historic franchise like this to. It's just really telling of how the season's gone, man. This is just the cherry on top. It's gonna be. We're not that far out of the wild card spots right now, but even if we do, it's like the team's just not the same. Fired Montgomery, like what a weird season. This is one of the weirder Bruins seasons that I can remember.
It's the least I've been invested in the team in the last, I'd say, 9 years.
With good reason. With good reason. I mean, how can you be invested after everything that's happened this year? Just
so disillusioned.
A lot of, I mean, we're not like Sharks fans or anything. If those exist, they've had it a lot worse for a lot longer.
If they
But
exist.
yeah,
I follow a Sharks meme page. It's
Yeah.
really funny. Actually.
but we could have it worse. But this is our standard as Boston and New England sports fans. Like this mediocrity wasn't good enough, and I don't know how it gets one of our best players traded, but here we are, still in disbelief. Almost 25 half an hour later.
I had a question. Do you guys, and I feel like it's an easy answer, but I want to see if we're on the same page about it. Is this better or worse than when Chara left? Not better or worse. Like, which one's harder to swallow?
I think this one, because then they were
Marchand's
still
not-
good,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, and it made sense because he was getting a lot older. I mean, he'd been playing
Yes.
since the damn 90s, you know what I mean? Like it made sense at the time, and it sucked, but at least they were still competing, you know what I mean? Like the couple years, I mean, obviously had the great regular season. This is like the nail, like you said, the nail in the
Yeah.
coffin. This is it, you know what I mean? It's just like this is the end of the Bruins being contenders. That whole team, that core of players. This is it. So I think this one hurts more because it's like just the realization that it's over. I agree.
Marchand's still got, to Kyle's point, Marchand's still got so much more left to give, in my opinion.
How old
Chara,
is he?
30, I want to say 33, but I'm going to be dead wrong. I'm saying 33. But my point, as I said,
36.
36. Okay. I wanted to say 35, but that sounded too old, so I went 33. I don't know nothing.
I feel like he's got like 2 or 3 years left.
Yeah, but it was the same thing with Chara, except Chara was like, he was actually like on his last leg. Marchand seems like he can still go. So that's why it's weird to me.
What sucks is, I don't know about you guys, but I felt last year, because they weren't terrible last year. Last year was solid.
Last year was a good year.
It was like, look, we're surviving without Bergeron. We're bringing in youth while still having that older core. We've still got guys coming up that are going to be good. So we can maybe transition into, like it could be a seamless transition. And maybe that was naive, but I thought, like, you keep Marchand, you have Pasternak, McAvoy, Carr, like all those old guys, but bringing up like Lauco and Brazo, and like the guys they brought in this year and everything. The kid Fabian Lysell, they still won't call up for some reason, but all those guys, it's like it looked like it was possible for it not to result in a rebuild, just a revamp, rejuvenation.
Crazy that this cements it.
Seamless transition. Marchand in his final years, giving the youth the experience in the Stanley Cup playoffs. No, we are headed to mediocrity fast.
Not to interrupt your phenomenal promo over there. I applaud you for that. 8 seconds left. St. Joe's is shooting some potentially game-clinching free throws here to go up 3 with 8 seconds left in overtime. So we'll see.
Give us the play-by-play there.
Okay.
I want to hear how this goes.
All right. Free throw is good. St. Joe's goes up 53-50. Timeout, Rhode Island. They use their last timeout, second to last timeout. St. Joe's drawing up a defensive play. I would imagine they don't want to play zone here. Okay, yeah, so that was URI's last time out. 8 seconds left. They're not going to commercial. They're really... St. Joe's is celebrating like they already won. It's not over.
Yeah.
It's not over. There's 8 seconds left.
You get it over to Sophie P. and
yeah, you got to drop a play for Phillips. Carr, I know, has been like, she can shoot, but that's not the person you drop the play for. So
you got to draw for Sophie.
Yeah. St. Joe's defense has been really lackluster in the second half. Like I said, they scored 30 points in the second half. Rhode Island did. So I don't know. Let's see. But Rhode Island just had a bad turnover that eventually led to those free throws to send St. Joe's up 3. So I don't know. 8 seconds. We see what Tammy Reese can come up with as they come out of the timeout here any second.
I really, really hope they get this. It's been an interesting year for them.
Yeah.
They started off really mediocre, and once conference play hit, they really turned things around. They've been playing really good.
Exact opposite of the men's. Can't have too many nice things.
I found it interesting because Sophie was in a dry stretch, and then right when classes ended, she started heating up, and we had one professor. Are they starting here?
It's over. I don't know what play they drew up. It didn't work. Honey Carr had the ball with 0.5 seconds, hucked up an air ball. That was a horrible play call. You could tell that they were trying to get Sophie the ball, and they just didn't.
It didn't work.
No.
Well, it was a heck of a season for them. Like I said, it could have been worse. Maybe WNIT and Grasp. We'll see.
I don't know. It's going to be tough after a second round exit. But again, it's the St. Joe's who has been really good. They have a couple probably WNBA prospects on this roster. They had 3 all A10 players. So I don't know. That's not a horrible loss, and you figured they would get their get back after we beat them a couple weeks ago in the Ryan Center. So I mean, it is what it is. It sucks because they were right there, man. They were right there, and we knew they could be St. Joe's, but that they did not execute whatever the play call was right there at all. That was horrendous what I just watched.
It's a rare miscue from Tammy Reese.
Yeah. I don't think that was Reese's fault. I think she drew up. It looked like she drew up the play. It was in motion. The women didn't execute.
What I was getting to though, so Sophie was in a dry stretch, and we had every class together, and for some reason, a few of those professors did not like her. They would.
It's something about athletes. I think sometimes professors take offense to that.
There was one class where we all had to give presentations, and we all got like meatball questions afterwards. Sophie goes up there and she's getting grilled on the topic, and we're all like, what the heck? Harder than anyone else in the class. And then the next game after that class ends, she had like her best game of the season. And I asked her, I'm like,
don't poke the bear, man.
I was like, is it because you don't have to deal with that anymore? And she's like, yeah. So she got it. She like went back to her old form once she stopped having to deal with URI grad school professors.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, props to them. I'll talk to her about seeing if she can come on. But again, it's been a heck of a run for that group these last few years. And
man.
Sophie's done, obviously. Honey Carr is done.
She had
1 year here, but she's a senior.
It stinks that. It would have been so poetic. You give her the ball, she hits the game tying. Oh my god, it was really bad. You'll have to go back and watch. But I didn't talk over it because I didn't want to jinx anything. I didn't want to say nothing. I just watched and held my breath as we all do as fans.
I saw the look on your face, and I kind of
yeah. Like I said, the play was obviously there. I was watching Sophie basically the whole time, looking at the others, not out of the corner of my eye, but my peripheral, whatever. And it's clear they were trying to get the ball to Sophie, but they had to pass it to 3 people first before they did to try to, I guess, confuse St. Joe's onto who was taking the shot. Honey Carr has somebody all over her, hucks up an air ball. It's tough way to go out, but that's Rhode Island basketball, baby.
Thank you to Tammy Reese for giving us good basketball while
Yes.
we were here, because we weren't getting it on the other end from the men's team, which clinched a bottom 3 spot for the 3rd consecutive year.
Let's go, baby.
This is an ugly stretch for our teams, except for the Celtics, man.
Despite the URI men's basketball non-conference record, still Archie has the worst combined conference record for Rhode Island. Yeah, forever. We were talking about this in one of the classes that I TA today. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place because he's the state's highest paid employee. So as a university and as a state, how the heck do you buy out that contract? Because that is what you would have to do if you were to get rid of Archie after this year.
Rich donor can buy out his contract.
Oh, hypothetically speaking.
If they care enough about the team and they don't want him around anymore.
Lamar
There's
Odom.
a lot of those guys.
Lamar Odom.
Lamar Odom.
If you can hear me.
You got to pay somebody who's willing to do that, though, too, in addition to just buying out the contract.
Yeah.
I apologize if my mic has been peaking. I think I can hear it a little bit.
No, you seem good on.
Okay.
On the board.
Just making sure.
They-
Let's hope the men can do something.
They play tomorrow against Fordham senior night.
Oh, boy.
James Fiore's second game ever.
Love
shout
it.
out, James. I'm going to try to see if I can help him get a Sebastian Thomas autograph. He drew out a picture of Sebi and he wants him to sign it. I'm gonna try to see if we can work on.
Let's make it happen, dude.
You got to make it happen. I hope they win. It's my last game as a student. My 40th URI game ever.
40th. Wow.
35 of those in college. 5 before. 2 of them in the Hurley era.
Damn. You got it good.
Again, you go into college, you hope.
I I think it's a big reason
hope they
that
play
some
well.
people come here is being able to cheer on, like, if you're sports majors like us, then you come in hoping, okay, we got D1 teams that have history of being good, like actually being good on a national stage. Like right before we got there, 2019, they made the tournament. I think you said in 2020 they were supposed to or
They were
close
going
to.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were top 25 late in the season. If
Yeah.
I remember correctly.
It might have been.
They beat ranked
Yeah.
Alabama at the Ryan Center.
That's insane.
Like, oh,
and
sick!
now
I'm
we're
gonna
just
get that.
post
No.
COVID. We haven't been the same, and it sucks that all three of us started college after COVID. But I don't know. I still have faith their first round matchup will definitely be one that they can win. It's a matter of execution and coaching. They're literally. I checked the standings.
Who
Any
should
of their
play?
potential opponents, they can beat. We might end up playing Fordham again. We might end up playing Fordham. I'll bring up the standings so that I don't
We are undefeated in neutral floor games.
Perfect. That might be in our favor actually.
Do we still only have one road win?
Yeah.
Or is it two? The one.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
crazy.
sure.
That's.
Let me
crazy.
double check that right now. Yeah, 1-9 on the road, and we will be on the road for this A10 tourney. So, say you beat Fordham tomorrow.
Neutral. We're 3-0 neutral.
3-0 neutral. Okay.
Still though, that's really sad. That's
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
we need to finish this off with something positive. This
Yes.
is so depressing. Like, I'm getting so bummed on this show right now. Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. URI has they do have a chance. Like these the bottom 6 teams, they're pretty much locked. It's UMass, URI, Davidson, Richmond, LaSalle, and Fordham. We'll probably end up playing LaSalle or Fordham. And we've beaten LaSalle all year. So if we get LaSalle, then we make it to the second round. It's that easy.
how about those Celtics?
Yeah.
Positive. I'm
That
just
is-
trying here.
Yeah.
No, the Celtics changing gears here again. I'll be there tomorrow with James. I just want to see a win. My last one,
Yeah.
That's all at this point. First round win would be nice too, but I'm not,
It would be awesome.
yeah. But Celtics, hospital Celtics beating up Philly. What can be better than that?
Nothing. Absolutely
The
nothing.
JV Celtics.
Yeah.
Did you guys see it was like JD Davidson and like Torrey Craig?
Yeah. Baylor Shireman had a
Baylor
great game.
Shireman minutes.
Baylor Shireman had a great game. He got the Tommy Award from Scal after the game. No, but I love that they call Baylor the quarterback. It's so funny. Baylor had a great game last night, and it just goes to show, like, even though the Sixers are riddled with injuries, we were hurt too. But last night, guys like Shireman, I don't think Pritchard had as good of a night. Nemius Queta had a good night last night. Just some of these like guys in the deeper bench. Yeah. My mom and I were talking about the bench depth yesterday. Like, how does a team with this rich of a bench not win another championship this year? It would just come down, in my opinion, it would just come down to health.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And if I will go on the record and say this, the only team I'm scared of is a fully healthy Cavs because of how much they've owned us in the regular season this year.
By owned, you mean 2-2? With
Owned.
injuries.
I mean, Donovan Mitchell specifically has owned us, and I fear that in the playoffs. And their wins are just more statement wins than when we beat them, in my opinion. I am
We had
scared of the
injuries,
Cavs.
both losses.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm excited because I'm going on Monday with our
Yeah,
buddy
yeah.
Zach Redmond. We got our tickets for the Jazz game. I hope we see a few of the bigger name guys.
Yeah, I don't know who will play. I imagine Holiday will still be out with his right mallet finger injury.
Porzingis will probably still be out.
Porzingis has a non-COVID illness. You'd think he'd be better by now. It's been a while. He's been sick.
Tonight.
He's
Is he playing tonight?
He's
Okay,
playing tonight.
that's perfect.
Who are they playing tonight?
I actually don't know.
They play.
Are you sure they're
It's
playing
tonight?
Because
It's
it's
maybe
like
tomorrow, maybe
The
tomorrow,
Lakers,
maybe tomorrow.
yeah. I think that's why JB
They wouldn't
too.
have 3 games in a row. No.
Yeah, sorry, tomorrow night.
I think JB sat just for rest before the Lakers. I don't think JB actually.
shout out my buddy Aiden, who follows like this delusional Lakers Twitter account. They were posting, wow, the Celtics resting all their guys against the Sixers so that they'll be ready for the Lakers on Saturday. It's like,
yeah.
late Sixers resting all their guys against the Celtics to be ready for the Jazz on Saturday. Like, what? It's just a stupid point. The Celtics are resting their players when they have to.
I think the Jazz are gonna be my first Western Conference team I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
The only Celtics game that I've been to was January 2022, I believe. It was against the Blazers, and of course Dame was hurt. So didn't get to watch Damian Lillard play. They had McCollum at the time, so that was right before the energy has shifted. That was right before the energy shifted moment. So they were really mediocre, and it was basically 2-3 weeks after I went that they turned it around. So it was nice to see, kind of a really humbling game to go to, as we know that season turned around pretty okay. But yeah, I think we got to get another chip this year, man. It's got to be. But the Lakers do look really scary right now, despite not having an actual center.
I'd love a Lakers Celtics final. That'd be awesome.
I think
I
that's
would
best for
either
business.
Love it or hate it, depending on the outcome.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess Don Sweeney's gonna meet with the media at 5. I hope the media just starts throwing stuff at him,
yeah, they better.
like actual stuff.
You
at
know,
him.
there's a real chance Sam is driving up there now.
Probably, yeah.
That's probably that's awesome. I love stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because they get what happens with them is they'll get like emails from the team telling them about like where to go, what they're doing. So he either had to go himself or send someone there for sure to get audio for that or go live. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, with the Celtics, I've had good luck with my Celtics games. I only saw them lose one game, and it was my last one there, game 2 against the Cavs in the second round last year. I saw them in 2019 against the first year without LeBron.
Damn.
They cooked them, but that was like the Kemba Walker, Enes Kanter era. And then I saw them twice in 2022. Their fan appreciation against the Kristaps Porzingis and the Wizards, and they set the record for bench points. They had like 40 off the bench or something. And then a month later, I saw game 2, round 2 against the Bucks. That was awesome. They held Giannis to 2 points in the first quarter. It was so awesome.
Was that when Semi Ojeleye, the Giannis stopper, was on the team, or was that after him?
No, I don't think Ojeleye was there.
Semi Ojeleye, the Giannis stopper,
But
bro.
That was the game. That was the game when JB put Grayson Allen on his ass.
Yes. Oh my
I
god.
saw that live. It
Such
was
a full
unreal.
circle moment.
It was unreal. And then that was my last time there as a fan. And now I met Scal at that game too, by the way.
That's so
I got
sick,
a selfie
dude.
with him. And then I went to Heat Celtics games 1 and 5 and Celtics Cavs games 1 and 2. That's my resume at
pretty
Celtics
good
games.
series.
They are 6-1. We'll see how they do against Lauri Markkanen and the Jazz.
Oh, I'm literally shaking in my boots right now just thinking about it. I'm so scared. The Jazz are horrible, man.
Yeah. Their jerseys, I like looking at Locker Vision before I go. I wish every team had something like that.
Yeah.
But I saw the Celtics are wearing their green. I feel like they always wear the green when I go, which is awesome. I love the green.
Yeah.
But the Jazz are wearing these hideous jerseys. They're I'll try to pull it up. It's like a hybrid of their modern ones and their older ones.
Yeah.
It's black with the mountains, which is cool.
It's not their City Connect one, is it?
I don't know.
It
I'm gonna
might
pull
be
it up in a second.
Because every team has their home, away, alternate, and then City Connect.
Are the Celtics gonna wear green tomorrow? Please tell me. No, the Lakers are wearing those stupid modern purples. They need to.
I don't hate those.
I
really
like the
don't.
Black on it. Yeah, it's their statement 2s. This thing's so ugly.
Yeah,
I can't
it's
get it
just
clear, but it's
you get the picture.
it's almost like their throwbacks, but then with the new logo slapped on it. The Jazz
the
have
new
such a
white one.
bad rebrand.
Yeah.
They should have gone sunsets full time.
Yeah. That would have benefited them for merch sales wise. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. Well, speaking of full time, we're about to hit the hour 30 mark. This was a hectic show.
Very chaotic episode 3, the clip farming episode.
There was a marked tone shift here. Thank you so much to Sam Knox for taking time out of your busy day to be with us. Love you. We are so glad for you coming on and all the experience you gave me. If you're seeing this, but yeah, having a moment like that, having him break a huge news story on air was awesome. The news itself was not awesome, but reacting to it with you guys was fun. We will have a more upbeat show for coming to you next time. We've got several high-level guests who we're trying to line up here that have shown a lot of interest. So you're going to want to stay with us. We will figure out what we're doing over spring break. We might not have a show, but we will see you soon here on 321 Media. For Brandon Conman Con and Kyle the Realist Real, this is Andrew Fiore signing off on Fiore Calls Game.
Do you want to get your business in front of over 100,000 viewers every month? Advertise with 321 and enjoy the best value in local advertising while supporting free community live streams. Your message will be seen across live high school sports, morning shows, and local events, connecting you directly with engaged audiences, boosting your visibility, growing your brand, and helping us keep these broadcasts accessible to everyone for free. Partner with 321 today and watch your business thrive.